Rainbow Venom here. I have a lot to say. I don't know if you're sick of hearing me by now, but I decided to do the Shadowscapes deck, which is my favorite deck, which I need a new one, by the way. Like, this one's pretty beat. You know, here's a hint. Use baby powder. You know, and you put it in there, and it actually slides better, and it makes them last a lot longer, because, I mean, come on. We're going to do the Empress here. See how beautiful she is, and she has her basket of ideas, and she lets it out into the world, and it just creates itself. Because she co-creates with the universe as well. Because she's Mother Earth. Mother Earth loves Father God, of course. They're a pair, aren't they? Does it make sense? All right. I think it makes pretty good sense. Here's a better picture of it, if you can't see. So it's black and white, but isn't it beautiful? There's all these like little hidden things in it. It's just gorgeous. I love it. Love it. Okay. Lady Mother, call the wandering souls. We bring you gifts. They fly near the Empress, dancing in the sky. They paint synchronized kaleidoscopes, choreographed for her pleasure alone. And she smiles and she takes it all in. She's like, yes, I love my children. I love my creations. I'm so happy. Her mind and her thoughts are the conductor to this visual symphony. Gorgeous! Gently, they lay a crown woven of the first buds of spring across her brow. Jasmine, a lily of the valley, and graciously donated for her first buds for your coronet. Yeah, coronet. The spirit size. An apple tree man has gifted you his fruit, and the lady of the field her grains. These lay in her basket. With a sudden flourish, the spirits whirl around her again, then spin off in an explosion of light and music, dancing in celebration of her coronation. Farewell, dear lady, they call. Creativity, generosity, and patience with love. The Empress is about abundance, experiencing of the senses, embracing of the natural. She is a creator. She is a mother, fertile, nurturing, claps to her body like a child. She holds her basket of earth's bounty, fruit, sheaves of wheat, glorious flowers. She is primal, essence, and embodiment of life. Is the deep tide to nature, crowned in ivy, is clasped in garment and colors of the world around her. Bam! And your favorite is Lady of the Valley and Lilac, which it's only for like a couple of weeks here in New England. It's so frustrating. I just wish I could keep them all year long, but I like wildflowers. That's my flower. Roses, no, they die too quick. No, they don't last. Here's her emperor. Bam, look at that. Isn't it kind of funny? He looks like the devil. So you got the light side as a creator, and then you got this guy as a devil. But you know, his inner self, these are all animals here. Vital part, light and dark, vital part. And you see, he's got that right there. See, look, his earring. He knows what to do. He may be darker than the Empress. I think they make a balanced pair. It's like yin and yang. I'm still a big fan of that. You guys, you can agree if you want to, but I'm still a big fan of the yin and yang, opposites attract type thing. And there's a reason for that, because you're supposed to learn from one another. Especially if you could find somebody who's the exact opposite of you, then you both can become whole, because then the person has what you don't, and vice versa, and then you become whole, and you become better and stronger, smarter, wiser. Now, say if one opposite is more in the negative, like in the shadow side, and then the other like is in the positive side. Two things. It could either be a false twin, or you could be a real twin, and you could try to heal. But the thing is, you have to take the time and patience to do so. It works in an infinite balance here. This is representation, what I was just talking about. Creation and destruction. a harmonious equilibrium of opposing forces. And this is another example of what I'm talking about. And there's many other symbologies in nature. It works like that. And I think that some people, some dynamics work like that. Others, they prefer people that are exactly like them. That's up to you. Pose itself on a perilous enough and a rocky pinnacle, he is perched upon what seems to be a ready to wobble and tumble into the abyss at the slightest incorrect motion and stray with a gust of wind, and yet is confident. Confidence is key. He knows that this dance very well. He can sense the dynamics of the solution. He can feel the wind through with movements like a silent and physical partner. Perform the elaborate pas de luxe with a confidence of, with a zephyr, lose the playfulness and traitorously strike before he can reach the or swift change. Compassion for sweet change in the direction of a new gust of wind. In motion, adapting to change direction. Meet these challenges that tremble your way and have high spirits. Be wary of taking on too much at once and taking too long, because then that wind could just blow you right off that cliff. Here's another example of it in this deck here. This is the Seven of Cups. Maybe Mind's work, for example. See how he's like a linear thinker and he's a planner and she's just like, oh, look at that, isn't that pretty? She's more of the dreamer. And in that way, that's like yin and yang as well. Well, we got here Seven of Pentacles. See a little dragon up here? I love it. She's picking her fruits. Picking her fruits. Phoenix. There's a phoenix here. There's a phoenix here. It's already prepared little phoenixes that this bird's soul can just jump into. And the whirling of the winds. And it kind of looks like a Bennu, doesn't it? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Said that the swan is mute its entire life. Upon the threshold of death, however, it swings one arcly beautiful song and steals the final breath from its chest and then expires upon the ultimate sigh. It is the most heartbreaking, wrenching song of an ending. But the song of the phoenix, the song of the swan that cannot capture. When the phoenix sees death coming, she lifts her voice to tragic song of pain, of rendering, of sorrow, and yet cannot mask the most intense joy, for she knows that the flames lick at her heart. The heat is quickening the egg in which her successor sleeps. Her death flame is the life spark. One is linked inexplicably to the other, and thus she to her predecessor, and hers before that, and hers before that, and from the beginning of time. She sits in her deathbed upon her nest. She submits an inevitable hand of fate. As the fire burns, searing hot and white, she spreads her wings and breathes her final song of expression, and then is reborn. Love it! I got Phoenix right here. My Phoenix? First business was this one, the painted fish, which is over there. But I decided to change it up because people kept stealing my site, so hey. Closing the door in the past and opening up a new one, going through transitions, changing status, shedding old and excess, bowing in inexplorable forces and sweeping change. The old must be set aside and burned away to make way for the new. An ancient story of the phoenix is one of the as echoed and repeated dozens of cultures. I really do believe it existed. And honestly, it's probably the sixth dimension creature, one of the angels, the cherubim, one of those. They say that it looks a lot like a phoenix. So one of the prophets that actually rose onto the sixth level there of consciousness. So just a little factoid for you. Eclipsed with a single symbol, irises are associated with death. Oh, there's irises. Oh, okay. A Greek goddess of the rainbow. Ooh, rainbow battle, get it? Which she used to travel down to the earth messages from the god and transports women's souls to the underworld. The nightshade is a highly poisonous plant, symbol of deception, danger, and death. sumac. In a Victorian language, a flower says, I shall survive the change. Bam! And then you reap your fruits. Bam! And then you become the Empress again. You get happiness. Sunshine on my shoulder. I am your friend. Temperance. Till next time.